Okay, grade 5, clap once, clap twice. All right, you are ready. Okay. So, imagine this. You are at Buy for Less, and you want to estimate means guess. You want to guess how much 3 items will cost. So, the first thing you bought is a share bag size of M&M, which is $2.40. The next thing you bought was a pack of lollipops, a small pack of lollipops for $3.89. $3.89. The last thing you bought was a large soda for $4.15. Okay. Raylan, imagine you don't have no calculator, but you're trying to figure out how much I have to spend. How will you do it? You will add, okay. But what are you adding? You adding straight across because you don't have no calculator. You adding straight across? So what would you do, Raylan? You don't remember, you don't have no calculator. Everything going on in your mind. You're gonna add. We know we have to add. We know you have to add. Jamel, tell me, how would you add it up? What would you do? Would you leave $2.40 like that, or would you change it? What would you do to guess the amount? Start from the top, okay. Okay. All right, you add. All right, we have an add. Terrell, play that for me, please. And tell me what would you do? How would you add it?
I would get more money and I'll do it. How would I add it?
Yeah, how would you add it? You trying to figure out the price. You trying to figure out if the money in your pocket is enough. So how would you add it?
I would get a lot of money, then take away, and then I'll add everything that I need up, and then I'll make money.
What are you adding though? What are you adding?
I added $2.46 plus.
Do you know how to add $2.46 plus $3.89 plus $4.50? You can do all that in your mind? Straight across $2.46?
Yes, I know that.
Okay. You could do it in your mind. Awesome, awesome, Diane. How would you do it?
I might add it up to down.
Okay, all right. Elizabeth?
So, what I will do is, since the 6 is smaller than the 9, I'll put the 380 on the top, so I can add it all up. So, the 9 will be on top of the 6,
Okay.
6 will be in the middle, and the 5 will be to the right.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's listen to Elizabeth.
I'll add the 9 up with the 6 because I can count on my fingers 9 plus 6.
Okay.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. 15.
Okay.
And then plus 5. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I put my 0 down in my hand. And I carry my 1.
Okay.
And I have to switch that 4 to the middle because the 8 is bigger.
All right. Okay. Elizabeth has the whole process. Grade 5. Elizabeth has the whole process. All right. So I will tell you what I would do. So if I had to figure out a price and I didn't have a calculator, I couldn't write it down. I would just take a guess. So if this is $2.46, I'm going to say, you know what? Let me take out $2.50 for that. Let me take out $2.50 for that. And then, if this is $3.89, I'll say, you know what? I'll take out, how much do you think I'll take out for that?
$3.75.
$4. I'll take out $4 for that. Awesome, awesome.
$5.
And if this is $4.15, $4.15, how much you think I'll do? All right. Okay. Tayana, how much you think? $5. Grade 5. If you want to speak, you raise your hand. Tayana. All right. If I have $4.15, how much do you think? What should I do? What should I change it to, Tayana? Six? That's too much. All right, I'll give Zion a try. What should I change it to? $10. All right, okay. All right. So if I have $4.15, what's closer to $4.15? Is it $4 flat or $5? What's closer? Okay. All right. Good try. Grade 5, but actually $4 would be closer. $4 would be closer. Now, do you think this is an easier way to add up my total? You don't think this? All right, grade 5. All right, it's okay. Christina, how would you prefer to add up your total? This way, A or B? How would you prefer to add up your total in your mind? What would be easier for you, Christina? We're asking Christina, what would be easier for you? B would be easier for you? All right. So grade 5 today we are going to talk about rounding decimals. Now, I know you dealt with rounding whole numbers before. With decimals, the same rule of rounding applies, but there's a little difference, not complicated at all. So today I will be teaching you about rounding decimals. Okay, Barbara, get the light stream here. All right. Grade 5, we have to listen.
We're rounding to a certain place value. Find the rounding place, then continue to look at the number to the right, man. You don't need luck. If the digit's 5 or more, then you round up. If the digit's less than 5, then you round down. That's how the rounding is found.
When rounding up, the rounding place goes up by 1. When rounding down, it stays where it had begun. The numbers to the right of the rounded digit get changed to zeros, then it's legit.
Then you need to find out how to estimate the
to the right tells you to move. Draw 0 to 10 on the hill. With 5 on top, a car drives the tail. It comes to a stop. If it's 5 or more, it moves forwards. If it's 1 through 4, it moves backwards. Forward rounds up, backward rounds down. Just a little trick to help you round.
When you need to find out,
All right, so grade 5. We just watched a video about rounding. Valerie, tell me something that you learned from that video. Something the video mentioned about rounding numbers and rounding decimals. Valerie?
if the number is 5 or more, you round up. But if a number is 4 or less, you round down.
All right, so when Valerie says if the number, but what number is he talking about, David? What number is he talking about?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But what number? Okay, so if I look at this, 2.46, what number exactly am I looking at?
2.
Why 2? I have to be told which number, right? Because they can say round the 2, round the 4, or round the 6. So Valerie, you're correct. But you have to precise rounding. You have to look at the number that they said. So usually we would say, okay, I want to round the 4. I want to round to the nearest tenths. In this case, we are learning about the rounding decimals. So we will round to the nearest tenths. Okay? So rounding whole numbers and rounding decimals have the similar processes, like the video said. The rule for rounding: find the number, look right next door. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. All right, let's say it. Find the number, look right next door. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, you let it rest. One more time. Find the number, look right next door. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, you let it rest. So that is the rounding rules. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. That's the rounding rules, whether it's whole numbers or decimals. So remember, this is revision for you because you know how to round whole numbers. The first thing you have to do is find the place value to which you want to round. All right. So if I write this number on the board, I'll use my first. I have 2.50. What place, Stephon, tell me the place of the 5. What place is the 5 in? 2.50. Stephon? Pardon? Okay, spell it. Spell it so I can make sure you say the right thing. Pardon? T-E-N. All right. Let me help them out. What place is the 5 in? Remember, this is 2.5. Remember, I was here when you were doing decimals. Let me what place is the 5 in? The 5.
5 is in the 10th place.
The
10th place.
spell it.
Tenth.
All right. So 5 is in the 10th place. So it says, find the place value to which you want to round. So if I say round 2.5 to the nearest 10th place, you look for the number in the 10th place. That's all that means. So then you look to the digit to the right. So the first step is to find the number. Our problem is round 2.5 to the nearest 10th place. Now, I have to look to the number on the right. But I'll erase that. I said 2.5. So what number is on my right? When we're talking about decimals, what number is on my right? See, I don't have nothing here. So what number goes there? What number goes there, Caleb? A 0. So 0 would be on my right. Now, the third step, it says if the digit is less than 5, the digit in the rounding place stays the same. So, and then if the digit is 5 or more, the digit in the rounding place is increased by 1. So, Petro, the number to the right of the tens place, is it less than 5? Is it less than 5 or 5 or more? The 0. Is it less than 5 or 5 or more? It's less than 5. It's less than 5. It's less than 5. So the Kai, what do we do since it's less than 5? According to the rules of rounding. What do we do? Pardon? Sorry. Your parents cannot hear you. We let it rest. So since it is less than 5, we are letting it rest. What are we letting rest? In this case, what are we letting rest? What are we letting rest, Gary? The 5. So it will stay as 2.5. All right, so that was review the rules of rounding. Okay? All right. So let's see some examples. Round 6.079 to the nearest tens place. So the first rule is to look for the number that we said. What number is in the tens place? What number is in the tens place, Zion? Zion, what number is in the tens place? 7. What number is in the tens place, Zion? 10. 10. The tens place, Zion. What number is in the tens place? What number is in the tens place, William? 7. What number is in the tens place? The tens place. The tens place, William? 0. 0 is in the tens place. It says look for the number on the right. And the right would be what? If 0 is in the tens place, what is next to tens? Hundredths. And what number is in the hundredths place? 7. All right. Okay, so we look at the 7. Since 7 is 5 or more, the digit 0 is increased by 1. So 6.079 will become 6.1. All right. Now, why didn't I put Siraj? Why didn't I put 6.100? Why didn't I put that? I said the answer would be 6.1, but why didn't I put 6.100?
Because after you round
Karen, help him out. Why didn't I put 00? Why didn't I put 6.00? Because if you look at my original number, it was 3 digits behind the decimal place. So why didn't I put after I rounded? Pardon? Because I raised the score. I did raise the score. So, Barbary, I'll give you a chance. Why didn't I put the 00? Because it had enough space? Okay. All right, so grade 5, when it comes to decimals, rounding decimals, if I put 0, read this number off.
6 times 6.10.
6 and hundredths and 10 hundredths is the same. When rounding decimals, you do not have to put the zeros at the end because the value is still the same. Now, I don't want you to get confused with rounding whole numbers because remember, with whole numbers, you have to put the zero because the value will not be the same, all right? So I want you to remember that. Now, let's look at rounding to the nearest hundredths place. T. Asia, what number is in the hundredths place? T. Asia, what number is in the hundredths place? Pardon? Awesome. The number that's in the hundredths place is the 7th. Now, Megan, tell me, what is the place called on the right of the hundredths place? What's that place called? The thousandths place. All right. And what number is in the thousandths place, Alyssa? 9. A 9 is in the thousandths place. All right. So, since 9 is 5 or more, the digit 7 is increased by 1. So 6.079 is changed to 6.079. We are rounding to the nearest hundredths place. That is changed to, Christina, tell me, what will it be changed to? What is our new number? Call our new number. 6.089. 6.089. Elizabeth, tell me, is Christina correct? Would it be 6.089? All right. Okay, what would be our number?
6.6
6 and 089.
I don't win.
You just said no.
I don't win.
You just said no. You just said no. Terrell, tell me what would be our number?
6
and 0. 6 and 0, 80. Or what's another way we can write it? What's another way, Michaela? 6 and, what is another way? 6 and, Cameron, what is another way to write it?
6 and 08.
6 and 08. Now, call this number off in the proper way. 6 and
800.
6 and 800. All right. Remember, we don't have to write the 0 if it's a decimal place. All right. Okay. Now, moving to the thousandths place. Moving to the thousandths place. Round the same number, 6.079, to the thousandths place. Roshadi, what number is in the thousandths place? What number is in the thousandths place, Roshadi? What number is in the thousandths place? 9. All right. Larissa, what place is that called next to the thousandths place? Sorry, you're right. What place is it called on the right of the thousandths place? On the right. On the right. Pardon? Remember on the right, what digit is that on the right of the 9? What digit is that on the right of the 9? What digit is that on the right of the 9, Larissa? 3. And what is that place called? Pardon? The thousandths, we said the 9.
I know what it is.
Well, listen to Larissa. The 10,000. Awesome job. So the 3 is in the 10,000 place. Majesty, I want you to come up and tell us the answer. Write the answer on the board, Majesty. All right, eyes on Your Majesty, eyes on Your Majesty. No one should be talking. No one should be talking. Eyes on Your Majesty. We're rounding to the nearest thousand. Michaela, come and help us with me, please. You can stay right there. All right. Remember, we are rounding to the nearest thousandths. What digit is in the thousandths place? The 9. What digit is in the thousandths place? All right, try again, Michaela.
I know.
We are watching Michaela try again. You can, okay, when she writes, she move. Bhavnika, turn on the lights for me, please. Okay, all right. So, Vanmini, come and help us out. Round 6.0793 to the nearest thousandths place. Grade 5, we're looking at our pairs. Remember the rules. Okay. All right. Let your parents see. Come to the side. Is Vanmini correct?
No.
She's not correct?
She's not correct.
Terrell? Tell us why she's incorrect. This is 6.0790. Why isn't she correct, Terrell?
I know the answer.
All right. Give us grade 5. Okay, Vanmini. Grade 5. Let's listen to our class. Tell us why she isn't correct, Terrell. Why isn't she correct? You said no.
I didn't even know what the number was.
So why did you say no?
Because I don't know what the number is.
Okay, if you don't know, then you can ask her.
I can do it.
Read off the number, okay? But Vanmini is correct. Now, Cameron, come and write a different way. All right, thank you, Your Majesty. Come and write a different way, Cameron, that it can be written. All right. Great job, grade 5. Okay. So we know the rules of rounding. Now it's time for some practice. Practice. Let's make sure we get this. All right. I want you to round to the underlying digit, to the nearest underlying digit, okay? All right. Kevin, come to the board. Come to the front of the class. Kevin, I want you to round desk should be cleared. Our desk should be cleared. Let's help Kevin out. To the nearest 10 click. Side, can you move over a little bit? So Kevin, Kevin. No, sorry, Van Williams, please. All right, okay. Cameron. Come and help her out, please. Sorry, that's a 4 or 3. That's a 4 or 9. All right, we're listening grade 5. Okay, I guess that's a 4, right? That is a 4, and he is correct. Everyone give Cameron a hand. All right. Grade 5, clap once, clap twice. Let's watch piano. We are learning from our class. Let's look. 7 and 81 hundredths become 7 and 90 hundredths. This is a, okay, this is a 7. This is a 7. She meant to write 7. All right, Caleb. I want you to correct it. The trial. I want you to correct it. 7 and 81 hundredths. Remember the rounding rules. If it's 5 or more, you raise the score. 4 or less, you let it rest. All right. Awesome job. Remember, Tiana, 1 is 4 or less, so you let it rest. All right, grade 5. You may have a seat. Grade 5, Petros is coming around to give you a worksheet. The first thing that I want you to do is write your name and today's date on that worksheet. Write your name and today's date. So we will be rounding. We will be rounding the following numbers to the nearest place value mentioned. So the first one is done for you. The last one, I have a star next to it because that is a bonus one. I want you to read it and attempt it. So the first one is done for you. The first one is round 4. You have to know your place value. If you do not know your place value, then you won't get it right. So you have to know your place value. The first one is done for you, and I want you to continue on and do the rest. I'll be walking around and check the answers, all right? Please do not rush. Please do not rush. Take your time. Take your time. If you can see, my timer is on the ball. That's enough time. That is enough time. It is, Sally. It is. Check your responses. Do not rush through. Why haven't you started? I will be collecting these today because you have enough time. And like in 10 minutes, actually 9 minutes and 21 seconds, they will be collected. More than enough time. Remember the rules. Remember the rules. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. Okay, so for number 2, it says round 3.4 to 1 decimal place. And when it says 1 decimal place, I want you to focus on the 10th place. So round 3.4 to the 10th place, to the nearest 10th place. So that's for the number 2. Round 3.42 to the nearest 10th place. When it says 1 decimal place, we are meaning the 10th place. Pay attention to your numbers. Pay attention to the digit on the right. apologies, my apologies. 462, so don't change your answer if you have to correct it. 462. 462. Okay. Remember the rules. It says to the nearest 10th place. It says to the nearest 10th place. So look at the rules. Remember the rules. Find the number in the 10th place and look to the right of it. Remember the rules. 3, 4, 4, 6 to the nearest 10th place. We have 6 minutes. 6 minutes. I need you to look over these. Look over them. Look over them. Look over them. When you are done, check, recheck, and check again. Because when I collect, I will collect. That's the rule. When rounding, you have to look to the number on the right of it. That's the rounding rule. If I say, look, round to the nearest 10, the number on the right would be the number in the hundredths place. So I'm looking at the number in the hundredths place. So to determine whether or not I have to round up or I have to round down. Remember the rounding rule. For the last one, let me see your working, please. So I could see how you got the answer. Let me see your working for the last one, please. I don't need to know if you're done. Just check again and again and again until I collect. Alright, we have 2 more minutes for those that are still working. 2 more minutes. Check, double check, recheck. Got it, right? double check the work. What I am seeing is not what we just went over. What I am seeing is not what we went over just now. All right. In 40 seconds, Stephon will be collecting the papers.
Yes.
That's time. Stephon, I want you to collect all of the papers, please. Christina, are you done? Is everything correct? All right, grade 5. Grade 5, clap once. Well, have a seat. Have a seat. Grade 5, clap twice. Beverly, clap twice. All right. Stephon should be the only one standing up because he's collecting the papers. The Kai have a seat. The Kai have a seat. Stephon is the only one standing because he's collecting the papers. All right. I have some treats in this bag, and I'm going around. Grade 5, you have to be quiet so that you'll be able to hear. Pick one, anyone. All right. Open it up. Read your question. All right, now call up your number. Is everyone listening to Alyssa? Yes. What digit is in the thousands place? Call up your number. 4 and, all right, 36. 4 and 536. We can't hear you. 4 and 536. Thank you. 4 and 536 thousands. Now, what digit is in the thousands place? What digit is in the thousands place? That is Alyssa's question. Pardon? The 6. Awesome job, Alyssa. All right. Pick one, anyone. All right, grade 5, clap once. Okay, we're listening to our parents read off the question. All right, go to the board, and round it. And while he's doing that, I'm walking around to give another person one.
No, that's good.
All right. Zion, can you please let us pass? All right, eyes on the front, Let me what when he's done, you can go up. Darren? So your number was 24.67. 24 and 6 7 hundredths to the nearest. Grade 5 clap once. Grade 5 clap twice. Alright. His number was 24 and 67 hundredths. Round to the nearest hundredth. Alright? Round to the nearest hundredth. 24. 24. Your whole number won't change. 24. Okay, okay, okay. Raylan. Valberine. I want you to come and assist Raylan. Caleb. Caleb. No outburst. No loud outburst. Round to the nearest hundredth. Hundredths. 24 and 67 hundredths. Round to the nearest hundredth. Becomes 24 and 77 hundredths. Is that correct, grade 5? No, ma'am. Please round it to the nearest hundredth. Is it correct?
No, ma'am.
Is it?
No, ma'am.
You don't sound sure.
No, ma'am.
Pardon?
No, ma'am.
I'm hearing mixed answers. 24 and 67 hundredths. Rounded will be 24 and 7. Alright? Round to the nearest tens. 4 and 63 hundredths. Round to the nearest tens. We're looking at the 6. We're looking at the 6. What is to the right of the 6? Is it less than 5 or more than 5?
Yes.
So what do we do? 4 or less, we let it rest. Alright, we let it rest. We have to let the 6 rest. So why do we have a 7 here if we're letting it rest? You raised the score, you didn't let it rest. You didn't let it rest. Put the correct digit. You let it rest. Letting it rest means it stays the same. Meaning it would be 4 and 6, 10 or 60 hundredths. Alright? Karen? What's your question? Alright, Karen, come up. Round, round, round. Karen, round. Alright. Everyone, eyes on Karen, eyes on Karen. What are you rounding to, Karen? To the nearest? Thousandths. What number is in the thousandths place, Karen? Pardon? 1. 1 is in the thousandths place. All right, so let's see what you do. You round it to the nearest thousandths place. All right. Let's see. So 36 and 731 thousandths. Round it to the nearest thousandths place. Round it to the nearest thousandths place. Okay. Terrell, what will we do? Terrell, come up. We round into the nearest thousandths place. Remember the digit to the right, even if it's not there, it's always what, Tiana? It's always what? Even if you don't see a digit, it's always what? To the right, what would this be? What would be in 0? Alright, so round to the nearest thousandths. Write your answer below it. Grade 5 up, eyes up front, eyes up front. So, we have 1 in the thousandths place. We have 0 in the 10,000th place. Because remember, nothing is there. So 36 and 731 thousandths would be 36 and 731 thousandths when we round it to the nearest thousandths place. Remember, it stayed the same since 0 was there. All right, you may have a sheet to round. Today we learned about how to round decimals to the nearest tens, hundreds, and thousands. Caleb, we learned how to round decimals to the nearest tens, hundreds, and thousands by looking carefully at the digit to the right. Rounding helps to make numbers easier in real life situations like money when we went to buy for less, measurement, and time. All right, so next class we will practice more rounding. Awesome job, grade 5. We need more and more and more practice. All right? Pardon? You have a question? Yes, I am going to help you fold the dinosaur. But first, everyone clear your desk. Let's get ready for lunch. I will always help you fold the dinosaur. Everyone, desk cleared, desk cleared. We're waiting on our pairs. We're waiting. If you see someone next to you whose desk isn't cleared, let them know to clear their desk. All right? Once your desk is cleared, once your desk is cleared, David, once your desk is cleared, David, once your desk is cleared, David. All right. Everyone settle. Let's settle. Hands together, eyes closed. Thank you.
Thank you for